I appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, about defunding the police. What do you think about that? Alright, what's going on, guys? I thought I'd dive into this video here on Norm Macdonald. The channel on YouTube is called I'm Not Norm, but I think it's Norm Macdonald. It's Norm Macdonald on white privilege, and I just thought it was conversation, and it's interesting. You know, I kind of do the same thing talking to people on Omegle, but with a comedian, I've always looked at comedy as kind of the last surviving real free speech, because you get these comedians to go out there and, I mean, they do all different kinds of jokes, and it's not like they're serious, but they are pointing out the obvious. And when you point out the obvious, you can also make not necessarily light of it, but at the same time we can realize something without having it, like, and that's kind of what's interesting about this conversation, really. Is why is it, like, why is it really funny? Why is it that it is funny that he's speaking the truth? And, like, is the truth funny now? Like, I don't understand the dystopia we live in, but I thought we'd dive into this. I'm gonna have to divide it up, obviously, because of, you know, copyright and everything. I don't want to take from him, but we'll dive in a little bit. He's contacting callers, and these callers are giving their point of view on what he's saying, and before he gets into everything, he was talking prior about teachers, and I don't know what he said about that, but the first lady calls in for that, and he kind of takes it to a different level. But let me know what you guys think. We're gonna dive in a little bit here. I'm gonna cut back just a tiny bit to make sure that I don't obviously get a copyright strike. But let me see. It would be okay.
Okay, Norm, come to my 5th grade class. I dare you.
Well, where does she? Is it in are there black people there?
Oh my God!
Where's
what does
the
that have to do
925?
with it?
Well,
Why is it harder if there's black people there?
Because black people are generally poor, and poor people are generally dangerous.
Oh my God!
Wow.
I can't-
So, wow, right? It's like, holy shit. What are you saying, Norm? But I'll let him continue. I don't think he's obviously a racist person. He's a comedian, and so, I mean, like, let's hear what he says.
I can't believe you just went there.
What? Black people are rich?
Black people span all the strata.
No.
And you're saying
you
that
gotta
white
check
people
your
are
statistics.
poor and, oh
no,
my
black
God.
people are poorer than white people. You didn't know that? Are you telling
Norm.
me that you think black?
What I'm saying is that I try not to pigeonhole people into black people
truth.
are poor.
Agreed. You don't generalize, which I don't like to generalize at all, but statistically speaking, which, you know, it's just kind of crazy if you bring into, like, the Tom Macdonald facts don't care about your feelings. Like, what he's saying is factually correct. Now, if you think it's not right, well, that's your feeling that it's not right. Well, we should obviously change that. But stating it, why is that so bad? And then why is it also a comedic thing as well? So it's kind of a weird thing at this moment for me. Like, it's like, oh shit, like, did you say that? But I was like, dude, you're just talking facts. I don't know how else to say it, right? But why is it like, I don't understand. Let me know what you guys think. We'll continue though.
Not into the truth.
What?
Listen, there's a huge ignored middle class black population out there. How dare you say black people are poor and therefore dangerous?
Because I want them to be not poor, that's why.
And really, how are you gonna? What's your plan?
My plan is to first of all admit.
Yeah, I'll let him continue. I just had to stop it for a second, but to say dangerous, well, he's relating that poor people are more dangerous. So he conflicted the two, definitely, and it's not a good thing to do that, but statistically, again, so.
Admit that the black people have less money than white people because we
Black
live in a
people,
racist
our
society.
phone number is 800-400.
So he admits right there it's a racist society that black people have less money than white people, and it's not a good thing. So it's like you're not even hearing the man out, really. It's like he doesn't agree with the outset that is the statistic. So, but that is the statistic. So it's like.
FM 97. If you'd like to talk with Norm Macdonald, I'm sure he'd love to take your call
Absolutely.
right now. Michelle, you're on the air.
I just wanted to say that was.
Okay, so Michelle, oh no, it's not Michelle. Okay, Michelle. Okay, I'll let her go because I forget. She agrees with it, but then I think she also agrees with the other. We'll see.
One of the funniest things I've ever heard, and you need
What,
to,
that black
you're
people
not,
are poor? It's
no,
hilarious.
No, the teacher thing, and
Oh.
you need to probably act like you're not offended by that, because first, you don't have a right to act like you're offended, and that was funny as hell. He is right about black people being poor. You know it. I know it. and
Oh
the
my
black
God,
people know
what
it.
has...
Okay, so she says you don't have a right to be offended, but then she also puts her statement in that black people also know. So it's conflicting statements on this lady. Just taking a stance of, I'm just reporting what the video says. I'm not gonna insert mostly on everything, but what that lady said definitely conflicted in our own view. That this girl put in her own situation, and then at the same point she's saying that we all know, and she's saying black people know, and she's putting herself in the shoes. So I don't think that was right.
happened on the show?
Well, he taught us a lot today. I think moms.
Oh, it's a learning show.
Mom's
That's
an
Wait
easy
a
job.
second. Where have
Teacher's
you
an
guys
easy
been
job.
living for the last 300 years in this
Steve,
country?
all right, hold on. Paris,
Norm goes back to the idea that yes, there's an issue. So regardless, he says that there is a gap, and that's probably not good to have that gap. And when majority, not majority, but a generalized statement is what he's basically going for, and he goes into it.
you are on the air.
So this is a lady, sorry again, who is very known prior. I forget where exactly it's stated, but she makes a point that's very valid, and Norm actually puts his point forward, and basically how I'm trying to put it, in his point of view, I guess.
I think that is completely untrue.
Go
I
on.
think not all black people are poorer
Amen,
than
sister.
white.
Well, I didn't say that.
He didn't say that at all.
That's what you
No,
said.
you said
I
black
said
people
black
have
people
less money
Have
than
less
white
money
people.
than white people.
You've
yeah.
been to West Virginia? Because there's some white people with no money there.
Well,
Exactly.
well, okay. You're saying one black person has more money than one
Yeah, one compared to one.
white person.
What
True.
about Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, he's a really rich guy. Bill Cosby, before everything, is a very rich guy. Kevin Hart, very rich guy.
What about Eddie Murphy?
You're
yeah.
saying by and
No,
large,
you're right.
if you
You're
break
right.
it down.
You're right. Yeah, of course, black people have less money than white people.
As
not
an average.
true. Not all black people have less money than white.
Oh,
but he's
So, Norm is putting the statistic forward, and she's saying, break it down to a general, or anecdotal.
talking in
God.
okay.
Oh my
We all
God.
get what he's saying.
Listen. Guys in a wheelchair. There's a guy in a wheelchair that can go faster than me in a race. But if I said guys in wheelchairs are generally slower than me, you know? Come
The
on.
way you said it was.
He puts it to a anecdotal of a guy that, yes, they're very profound people, but on a general basis, he's just basing on a general statistic, and he's not saying it's good or bad. He actually disagrees with it, in my point of view, is what he's saying. But just even saying it is controversial.
So harsh that to
Give
say.
your head a shake. Give your head a shake.
Oh my God! All right, thank you. Hey, it's Danielle from Big Brother, famously black woman.
Danielle from Big Brother. Okay.
Where's my 40 acres and a mule? I need my 40 acres and a mule. But you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
Go on, Danielle.
I mean, if you think
School
about
us.
it, there's been cases where the same person will apply for a job, and at times the other race gets the higher pay. I'm just keeping it real, folks.
All right, thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, with the higher pay thing, I don't know if that's statistically true, but on a general basis. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I thought it was a great conversation. It's cool to see people actually talking.
Good morning, Abnormal.
He brings it
How
back
are
to
you,
this.
Junkie?
Hey, what about Mexicans? Are they hard workers? And are Jews stingy? What's the rest of it?
This guy's crazy. He's calling and trying to troll, in my opinion.
And why don't white people have any culture in this country? And I totally hear you about the iPod. I'm sick of all my songs, too.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right, just sum it all up. Norm Macdonald.
So, what he says is the most important thing, and you might notice that there was a little glitch because I forgot to include this. This is very important.
Well, I'm saying that having
Try
less
to offend everyone equally.
having less money or having or not having less money is not a product of your nature. It's that you don't have the money because the white people don't give you the money.
It's
7
actually supportive of black people to say that, actually.
707
Of course, I'm
says.
supportive of black people. I'm in
Wow.
a room of
You're saying that
racists.
to have
He's in a room of racists. Everybody cannot admit the fact that is a statistical fact, and Norm Macdonald does not like it. The fact that it is, and it's not talked about, and it's a comedy thing. When what he says right here is like,
justice.
Oh
we should
my
all
God!
have
The 415. The 415 says maybe we should
That's
educate
funny.
our children a la Lord of the Flies. Norm, just throw all the kids on an island and let them sort out their own society. I can't read that.
Yeah, that would probably be better. Yeah, I agree.
Sure, throw.
Lord of the Flies, man. DIA has a picture of that, and just everybody together. The one.
Them in there and just let the weak be killed and the strong survive.
And Jews
No,
are
that's
good
what.
with
Listen,
money.
that's
I mean,
what. That's
the other
what.
thing.
That's what we're doing as adults. We're doing that as adults. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
We are. I just got handed a note. Do you want to keep him for the next segment? At this point, I'm not sure.
Jump forward.
I thought San Francisco was a little more open than.
No, San Francisco actually
They're
isn't.
racist?
Isn't. No, they're not racist.
Well, so far, by the way, most people have agreed with me.
Lindsay, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, I teach 5th grade.
Yeah, back to the fifth graders.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it's hard. I mean,
And black people are rich.
And I have some black kids in my class that are way richer and way smarter than some of the white kids. So.
okay. Well, you know what? Black people are richer than white people.
Thank you.
I made a mistake.
Thank you. John, you're on the air.
It's like what?
Hey, Norm.
Hey,
I'm not laughing that that's a statistical fact. It's just like the people debate that that's not the fact. It's like they think that that's racist to point that out, and it's like, how's that racist? I mean, in technical term it is racist, but what they say is racist. I mean, you are dividing it by race and looking at general amount of population and what they make. So you're dividing it in by race. So it's a racist statistic, but it's not racist in the term that you're demeaning. It's still looking at it as different levels, but I don't know how to say it. I guess I would maybe be stereotyping. Maybe I have the wrong terminology, but
You was easily the greatest thing that ever happened to Saturday Night Live.
Thanks, man. That's
Yeah,
nice of you to
the
say.
greatest updates ever. You did Howell Letterman.
You're
All right,
cool.
thank you, John. All right, here's
You know
what we're going to do.
what? Oh.
What? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we going to do another segment with him or not?
I almost think we have to.
Because I actually was in the audience when you know how I went to Saturday Night Live that one time?
I do, and this is one of my
You
favorite
did the
stories.
update.
All right,
And,
hold on.
yeah,
hold
yeah.
that thought. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, Norm and his babysitter Steve will still be here
Ray
offending
Frosty.
people.
offending people. Yeah, it seems a lot of people were calling in. I got to keep him on. And what I love about his conversation. I don't think he's trying to offend anybody. He even was like, okay, well, whatever. Statistics are out the window. I agree with you, right?
Left and right. Stevie Ray from
We're not offending anyone but racists.
How do you figure? To make a sweeping
It's
generalization
not a
that
sweeping
belittles
gener-
it
It's
is.
not a sweeping generalization. It's a statistical fact, and it belittles no one.
Facts don't care about your feelings. It does belittle people with the feeling that the statistic is wrong and that it's not true, and the fact that it's wrong. It's dystopia.
It only states the fact that I hope we can change in this country. If we're going to pretend that black and white people make the same amount of money, then nothing will ever change. Come on, you know
I mean,
that.
Can't we just see it as everybody?
Well, we can see it any way you want it. If you want to,
Sarah-
hey, you can do any imaginary dream world. What is it? Oral wells.
I was looking for some
you want to live in a
clean out,
fantasy
I
world.
am.
and you're not going to find
No,
it.
there's not a clean out.
You're digging.
I'm
You're digging
breaking.
deeper
We'll
and deeper.
be back.
It's good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Was Norm off base? Was he too bombastic? Or was he right on point? Let me know. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up, smash it. Comment down below, share the video, and if I don't see you, I hope you have a good night, and always a good day tomorrow. Peace.